Hello dear viewer, this video is going to feature one of the biggest Blu-ray box sets that I have in my entire collection. And you already know what it is from the thumbnail or the title of this video. It is the Universal Monster 4K collection featuring 8 of the most iconic Universal Monster films. It is a limited edition numbered release, and I'll show you everything that you get inside of this to see if it's the kind of thing that you may want to pick up. What I will say right from the start is that this contains the 8 Universal Monster movies that I'm about to talk about, and I believe that all of these 8 discs are the same as were previously released in the individual Universal Monster box sets. There were 2 box sets with 4 films in each. So it may be that if you just want the discs, if you just want the films and you're not bothered about limited edition packaging and stuff like that, then it may be that you want to go for those. But I was just looking at the prices of those box sets here in the UK, and this is pretty much almost the same price as buying those 2 box sets separately. So which films do you get? Well, if we look at the reverse of this, you can see the 8 films here with the new logo designs. All of the artwork for this release has been commissioned by the artist Tristan Eaton, and you can find out more about him within the pages that are inside this case, which we'll talk about in a moment. But as you can see from this artwork, these films are iconic. From the top, you've got Dracula, Creature from the Black Lagoon, The Bride of Frankenstein, Phantom of the Opera, you have The Mummy, you have Frankenstein, The Invisible Man, and The Wolf Man. And I think the legacy of these films still resonates today. Watching the films in 2024, they might not be the most horrifying things that you'll watch, but they are certainly influential, and they give me almost a cozy feeling. It's like sitting down with a warm blanket and a hot cup of tea. And that's the feeling that I get from watching Dracula and Frankenstein, which might be a weird thing to say. I don't know if it'll show up on the camera, but there is a little sticker here, a limited edition one. And this particular copy is number 230 out of 5,500. And I think that's the worldwide total, because this is available in the United States, Canada, and the UK. So because of the size of this release, it makes it sort of hard for me to efficiently show you what you get inside. But if I open this up, you'll see a table of contents. And here you've got bits about each film, some of the people involved with each film, and lastly, a piece on the artist who has done the artwork for this release. So for example, here are the pages on Frankenstein. And there are some writings there, some artwork, some trivia, and you'll see the same for the other films in the set. As mentioned, there is a page on Tristan Eaton, and I think his artwork is great. And I love the boldness and the vibrancy and just the overall design of this front cover. And then on the last page, you've got all 8 of the discs featured here. What I'll say about this page is they are fixed quite tightly on these little disc holders. So I would say do be careful, take some time as you're removing the discs from this case, because you don't want to risk damaging the packaging or the disc itself. I'm just going to place this down now because I think it is starting to give me some serious cramp in my hands. Previously, I did not own the separate releases of the 2 box sets that came out before, so I was watching all of these discs for the first time. And I think Universal has done quite a good job with all of these films. Some of them look slightly better than others. That's just going to be down to how the films were made. But it is a great joy to have these classic films that are so important to the horror genre on 4K Blu-rays. And with regards to the packaging and the artwork, I'm very happy with those because this is now a display piece in my house. I have some of those IKEA picture shelf frames for some of my bigger box sets, and that now lives proudly on one of those shelves within this room. I'm going to be talking a lot more on the channel soon about limited editions and the way that the market is going towards these collectible items. You know, the steel books, the limited editions like this box set, slip covers and exclusive artworks and things like that. But for a moment, I'll just say that I think this is where the market is going in terms of releases. We've seen the mainstream market sort of shrink in terms of disc releasing. And in order for these labels to keep afloat, even the major distribution companies, they need to do things differently than were done before. And I have absolutely no problem with it if people have options. So for example, with these Universal Monster films, at least people have the option to get this or to get some of the previously available films Although I don't think they have individual disc releases, say you just want to get Frankenstein on its own. I don't think that's available yet, or if it is, I haven't been paying attention. But I know that some people will look at a release like this, and it's a big limited edition, it costs £100 here, and their knee-jerk reaction will be one of sort of anger or annoyance or distaste. And to those sorts of people that might look at this and think, well, what a waste, what a pointless way to spend your money, I would say that obviously this isn't for you. You know, this is for people that want to display it in their home, for people that love the Universal monster movies. And it's okay that you don't feel the need to collect everything. I would actually say that it is healthy to look at something like this and not feel like you need to own it, because not everyone does. So I'll talk more about limited edition packaging and where I think the market is going soon, but that's for another video. I just wanted to show you this today because I have had such a great time with this. And looking at this, having it displayed on the wall is a big deal for me because it's like a constant reminder of these films. Often films that are on my shelves in the back, they get lost amongst the other hundreds of discs that are also on the shelves. Whereas this creative artwork on the wall will always remind me of these films and how much I love them. So I hope you enjoyed having a look at the Universal Monsters 4K limited edition box set. I think it's a great release and I think it's a great celebration of these films. If you'd like to buy this while it's still in stock, I'll include some links in the description of this video, which if you use, it helps support the channel at no additional cost to you. So it's a win-win. If you'd like some more 4K recommendations from me, just click the video on screen right now. It's my favorite 4K discs from last year, and some of them you might have missed out on. So do go and check that out. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.